Hafade Guam, I'm Jason Salas. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is Fiesta Friday, where we celebrate all things that make living on the island here so very wonderful. We have many topics tonight, including how you can get involved with homelessness on island by participating in Rockade. It's the 7th year of that, so stay tuned because later in the program we'll have that and show you how you can play a wonderful round of golf in the central part of the island. We have another staycation segment coming up. But as you know, FESTPAC 2016, the Festival of the Pacific Arts, is coming up, and Guam is going to be a very, very gracious host. So Therese Ariola, the overall chairperson for the coordinating committee, is joining me right now. Therese, hafade.
Hafade, Jason, thank you for having us, having me here.
Well, Vice Speaker B.J. Cruz has called, Therese, FESTPAC 2016 the Olympics of culture festivals and everything, and you know, like in no stretch of hyperbole, he's absolutely right. So from a logistics standpoint, how are things going right now? Because there's so many things to do and so many people and different activities to keep an eye
on. The Vice Speaker is absolutely right. It is the Olympics of the Arts. As you remember, back in 1999 when Guam hosted the South Pacific Games,
very well.
And Guam shined in '99. We hope in 2016 Guam's culture, our Chamorro culture, will be highlighted and will definitely shine again. The coordinating committee, which I'm very privileged to be sitting on, has been working very hard for the last 2 years since we received the award and the notice that Guam will host the Festival of the Pacific Arts in 2016. We've been meeting monthly, and it is a daunting task because it's not just a committee event, it's an island event, similar to the South Pacific Games, similar to the Olympics, how the host country rallies around and puts their best face forward. In this case, we're going to put our Chamorro culture on the map, and we're going to have a lot of international media attention.
Well, that's also the interesting thing, and I think you hit on it right there, because as the host nation, as it were, you know, Guam, of course, has to put, you know, on a very good show for us, and we want to exhibit the best aspects of our artwork and our dance and our love of song and of food and everything like that. But at the same time, we're also playing very gracious host. And so what are you guys doing as far as accommodations for, you know, all the other island nations and making sure that they're taken care of and they have all the amenities and they feel at home right here? Because that's another interesting part of it.
Yes. Well, part of the host's responsibility is to take care of accommodations, transportation, 3 meals a day for a 2-week period. And by the way, Jason, we recently announced the official dates of the festival, and Guam can look forward to welcoming 3,500 cultural practitioners on May 22nd through June 4th, 2016. And so, as host country, we have actually 2 tasks as Guam. We're not only the host island nation, but we are also a participant to the delegation. So the Guam Council of the Arts and Humanities is doing their best, and they're chairing the programming committee led by Chairperson Monica Guzman. And they are trying to coordinate all the art disciplines that we're going to present on FESTPAC. And so Guam will be not only having to prepare as the host, housing, transportation, food, showing our hospitality and our culture and the best that Guam has to offer.
Things to do every night.
Things to do every night. The protocol that comes with international delegation. Security, medical. I mean, it's a very daunting task, but we have had very good practice in the past. I think Guam is ready to host such a international cultural event. And then at the same time, the island residents will also see Guam highlighted. So as we'll have a Guam delegation. But as the host country, excuse me, as the host country, we have the privilege of determining how large our Guam delegation will be. So similar to several years ago when we went to Solomon Islands for the 11th festival, and we received the Guam flag, the festival flag. Solomon Islands had over 500 cultural practitioners in their delegation. So we're looking at that kind of number for the Guam delegation. It's about inclusion, and so we're working really hard to make sure that everyone's involved. And again, this is not a government project or a committee project. This is Guam hosting an international event.
Exactly. Well, if I can draw another parallel between the South Pacific Games in '99 and the FESTPAC in 2016, I remember in '99, basically, the people in charge put out this community-wide call, and they're like, we need volunteers and we need people. You get to attend these wonderful events for free. You can cheer on your teams and everything, but we need hands and we need bodies to help staff the thing. Are Guamanians going to be able to contribute in that way?
Absolutely. Actually, one of the standing committees is the volunteer committee, and that is probably, come delivery time and execution time, one of the most important committees. There will be a call out for volunteers. Today, we're already taking volunteer lists, and everywhere from being attachés to being informational, giving information at the village, the cultural village that Guam will have. The committee has yet to determine that, but it should be determined this year. But yes, thousands of Guamanians will be needed to assist in putting this out. Imagine just a fiesta, a family puts it together. Well, the family is the island of Guam. So we do it well. We know how to host. We're a very hospitable people. And so there's no doubt in my mind that we're going to really, really shine in 2016.
Very perfectly said. And of course, 2 years now down, 2 years left to go, and we certainly are not done covering this. So Therese, thanks so much. We'll have you back real soon.
Okay, thank you.
All right, stay tuned. We are back after this.